one of the major European security stories has been all about the question of how we can defend ourselves from Russian drone attacks. And one of the ideas that's being discussed by the European Union is a drone wall. It sounds very impressive, but there's lots of questions about it. What is a drone wall? How would it actually work? How much would it cost? And most importantly, has it got a massive hole in it? We have seen so many incidents recently involving suspected Russian drone incursions, not just in Poland earlier this month, but also potentially at airports in Denmark and Norway. And that's created this huge dilemma for European Union countries, which is how we're going to deal with this. Now, first of all, a lot of people are asking the question, well, what is a drone wall? And the truth is that it's actually not quite clear at the moment. We do know that it's likely to involve radar, that it's likely to involve early detection tools, that it's likely to involve drone interception systems, basically a kind of mini missile. That is to say, a missile that's much cheaper than a fighter jet missile, for example, which can be launched into the air, intercepts a drone, shoots the drone down and eliminates the threat. Whether it will actually look like that, we're not quite sure. It's at a very early stage. And we're also not quite clear on how much it's going to cost, although one EU security expert speculated to me that it might cost several billion euros. It sounds like a great idea. It's got a lot of backing from, I think, about 7 or potentially 8 EU member states, many of them who are based on that flank, who want to try and do something about the Russian incursions, the Russian threats. But the reporting that we've done this week has shown that there's a potentially major flaw in the EU's drone wall, and that is the fact that Hungary, a country which also, by the way, is increasingly pro-Kremlin, is not going to be part of the drone wall. And that means we're going to see potentially a sort of gap of about 90,000 square kilometres. It's a huge hole that Russian drone swarms potentially would be able to slip through. As part of my reporting for this story, I spoke to Jessica Berlin, who's a very respected German security analyst. She immediately drew a comparison between the EU's drone wall as it's currently been envisaged and that famous Maginot Line.
It was a hidden battle line of fortresses, the Maginot Line.
Yes, it was very intimidating. Yes, it was very impressive. But when 1940 came, Nazi troops just bypassed it. They crossed into France via Belgium and the Ardennes forest, and they were able to, as we all know, fatefully invade France anyway. It didn't work because it had a fatal flaw. Jessica Berlin said there is a risk that if Hungary is not included in the EU drone wall, we might see a Maginot Line in the sky, and that's a big risk in terms of this policy for the European Union.